So today we're going to compare two amazing strollers for you. Now here we have the Nuna Demi Grow. This is brand new for 2018. And then here we have the ever so popular 2018 UPPAbaby Vista. So we're going to go through all the features so that you can help narrow down and figure out which stroller is perfect for your household. So both of them are going to have luxurious features. It is a luxury stroller. They both have awesome execution of the different features and different configurations. So they're both really smooth and easy to maneuver and kind of adjust the way that you want to. Now some of the more specific features, both of them have a really nice size canopy, but then they're also both extendable. This one is going to have your extendable sunshade underneath, whereas this one, again, nice big canopy, but then it's going to have an additional dream drape that's kind of tucked inside the canopy. And then you'll unzip it and pull it down. This one, a little bit more generous than this one. However, both of them, you get really nice full coverage. Now they also both have a very generous storage basket. I like how this one is. It kind of comes out a little bit, so it's easy to just drop a diaper bag right in there. Now with the Demi Grow, it does have a really nice generous basket. As you can see, right here, this part will flip out and it magnetizes. So you have a big basket, but as you can see, when you have that second seat on there, it is going to take up some of your storage basket. Now, and some other great features, they both do have a telescoping adjustable handlebar. And what that means is it's gonna come out at the same rate that it's going up. It's just gonna come straight out from the frame, which I prefer. So it also increases your leg space or your kick space as it's raising. With this one, you adjust it just with the squeeze right in the middle, which I love. And then over here on the Demi Grow, you just pull up on these two these two buttons on this side, and you pull it up that way. So this is going to accommodate shorter parents as well as taller parents, which is great, so everyone is comfortable while pushing the stroller. Now they both also feature a foot brake. Now here on the Demi Grow, you're just going to push it down just like that, and that locks it. And then to release it, you flip it up. It's really easy to flip up, but it may not be the best on the toes. If you're wearing tennis shoes, really doesn't matter. And then here on the Vista, they have a tap on, tap off. So tap on to brake, and then to release that, you tap off. So as you can see, their basic features are both really nice, smooth, and very similar. Now let's go over what's included with your original purchase. Now I do have to reiterate that the second seat isn't included in either brand. It is an additional accessory that you will purchase with your second child, or if you already have two, you can purchase it right out the gate. But obviously you're going to get, so we're going to start over here with the UPPAbaby Vista. You get your frame, you get your toddler seat. It's going to come with your belly bar attached. Some brands don't include those, along with your rain shields and your bug nets. Now the biggest accessory that you're going to get with that is the bassinet. It's included in your original purchase, which I really do like because it's recommended to keep your baby laying flat as much as possible to keep their airways open. So you really get a lot for your money. Now over here with the Nuna Demi Grow, obviously you're going to get your frame, you're going to get your seat, you're going to get your belly bars again, and your rain shield is included as well. Now something cool that Nuna did is they included 2 sets of adapters for your UPPA car seat. And so they look like this, and they're just going to click in. They're just going to click in here, just like that, to click in your UPPA. Now, the reason that they included 2 is just in case you're having twins. So if you're having twins, you can use 2 car seats from the get-go, obviously with the addition of 2 UPPA car seats. Now, the last additional accessory that you're gonna get with the Nuna Demi Grow is these rear wheel covers right here. Now, those are necessary if you're gonna be putting on a second seat, and that just keeps little hands off the wheels, as well as keeping your stroller clean from mud that can get through the wheels. Now we're going to go into configurations and how you can specify this stroller to fit your lifestyle. Now we're going to start with the second seat. So here on the Vista, the second seat is going to go on the front. Now this is really nice because you have pretty equal access to both kids right here. One thing to consider is that the second seat can be rear or forward facing, which is really nice, but it does make for an overall longer footprint from handlebar to the front of the seat. So you may be a little bit limited on space, however, maneuverability is still on point for that one. And in fact, comparing the two, even though this one has a little bit longer footprint, including that second seat, maneuverability feels to me the same, which is great. Now, also with this one, something to consider is this top seat is for your larger children, and it is a higher space, so you'll have to pick up your child to put them in, and some people that's a little bit more difficult to do. Whereas over here on the Demi Grow, your second seat is going to attach right here on the back. Now this position is really nice because, like I mentioned here, where you have to pick up your child, you can put an older child down here and they can actually crawl in themselves, which takes away half the work of loading up your kids, which is great. Now, as you can see, you do lose some basket space because your child's feet are going to be in there. However, depending on which child you put in there, if they're a little bit smaller, you may be able to still fit a small diaper bag down there, maybe some blankets or clothes, which is great. Now, one of the biggest concerns that we hear about this configuration with the Demi Grow is my child isn't going to like it. They're going to feel crammed. They don't want to sit down there. They can't see out. However, in my experience in testing it out with different kids, they love that second seat. They love having their little cozy space. And typically, if they're given the option of going to one seat or the other, they gravitate toward that second seat because they like that little cozy space. It really is personal preference, either for you or for your children. So I really see a lot of pros and cons to both configurations. Okay, now as far as configurations go, you actually have a lot of options as far as bassinets, car seats. Both strollers can accommodate 2 car seats, 2 bassinets, or 2 seats. And then you have a lot of configurations in between, 1 bassinet, and then you can add on your car seat, like shown here. And then over here we have the bassinet at the bottom again, and then you can add on your car seat. Now, one thing to mention, with the Demi Grow, you get your car seat adapters, and then basically every other configuration is ready to go. You just click it right in. You don't have to worry about which one can go where. Whereas over here on the Vista, in order to get these configurations, you do have to have additional adapters. These are upper adapters, and then there's also lower adapters. And so depending on your configuration, you'll need one, the other, or even both. Now, if you have questions on which configurations work and which adapters are needed, feel free to shoot those questions to us. You can put those in the comments below, or shoot us an email at hello@babycubby.com. Now, this one does have a little more growing capability, because you can purchase the piggyback board. Now that can accommodate a 3rd child, so you can use this with 3 children, whereas that option is not available on the Demi Grow for obvious reasons. There's not a lot of space back here because the second seat is actually going at the back. But overall, you're going to have over 20 configurations with all of the accessories that are available with both strollers. Okay, while we're talking about configurations, let's go into car seat compatibility. Now, with the UPPAbaby, you don't need adapters in order to put on your Mesa. This one does have the upper adapters, but you don't need those unless you're pairing it with another large accessory. Now, I do really love that in this one, as you can see, to take it off the stroller, I just push this gray button on the top and lift it. So it's easily one-handed release, which is really great and convenient. Now with the Demi Grow, you do need adapters in order to put on a car seat, but they're included. So you're going to get 2 sets of these, so you don't need to buy anything else in order to put your Pippa on. To release it, has 2 little buttons on the sides here. You'll just push down on both of those buttons and lift like that. You can purchase an additional adapter called the ring adapter, and that just makes it easier for releasing it from the stroller. Instead of releasing it on the sides with your 2 hands, you'll actually release it from this lever in the back, which makes it a little bit easier so you can kind of hook your arm on and then release it. So that is an optional additional accessory, but again, it's just compatible with the Nuna Pippa. Now, the UPPAbaby Vista does offer adapters for other brand car seats. So obviously you can do the Mesa as well as Nuna, Maxi Cozy, and Cybex. and Kiko. And so you do have some other options as far as the Vista goes. Now on the Demi Grow, both seats have a weight capacity of 50 pounds, which is great because you can put quite a large child in there. Another cool thing is both seats are actually identical. They're exactly the same, they're interchangeable, which is nice. You don't have to keep track of which seat goes where, and they all have the exact same features. Now over here on the Vista, now your toddler seat, or the main seat that comes with your original purchase, has a 50-pound weight capacity, which is awesome. Unfortunately, the Rumble seat has a 35-pound weight capacity, so you always have to put your smaller child up front. Now most of the features are the same. You're still going to get your belly bars with that, but this one, as you can see, does not have an adjustable footrest. So it just stays static the way it is, so you may not be able to adjust for a little bit more comfort depending on your child. Now both of them have a really deep recline, which is fantastic. They're both easy to use. You're going to adjust it from the back. Now the Demi Grow claims that you can start using this from birth. So day one, you can put your baby in with a deep recline. Now on UPPAbaby, you have to wait until your baby is about 3 months old in order to put them in the seat, but that's one of the reasons they have the bassinet included, so you can just be using the bassinet or even the car seat if you have that. Now some other features that they both have, you're going to get a belly bar on both of them. For this one, you just push that button here and it kind of swivels away, which is nice, so it's easy for your child to get in and out. And then over here, you have two different movements. So you have the buttons on the side that will adjust it up and down, and then you can also remove it. Now with this one, it has a little gray button inside here to release it, and that's for your child to get in and out. It's a little bit difficult to access. You might have to undo that button in order to expose, or undo this button in order to expose this button. So it's a little bit easier to adjust it on the Vista. Now you also have an adjustable footrest, and this is just for different levels of comfort. Now to adjust it on the Vista, you'll push on both sides, buttons on both sides, and then kind of move it with your other two fingers. Kind of a little bit tricky in order to maneuver that one, as you can see. A little bit difficult. This one's much easier. It does have the one hand adjust right here, so you just squeeze on that gray button and lift it down or all the way up. So I do like it a little bit over here, a little bit better over here on the Demi. Now, a cool feature that the Demi Grow offers that is not offered on the Vista is an all-season seat. This is really cool. So it has this lining right here. You'll zip off that lining and then take out these series of straps, and it actually reveals a mesh seat. And that's super cool, especially during the summer. When your baby has a tendency to get hot, they're going to have more airflow through that mesh. Or even if they're swimming, they're going to dry off a little bit quicker with that nice airflow. So that was a really cool option that they added in the Demi Grow. So now how to fold both of the strollers. They're both actually pretty easy, but let me show you how to do it. Now the cool thing about the UPPAbaby Vista is you can actually fold it with both seats attached. You just have to make sure that this footrest is all the way in the back position, and that'll just make sure that it can clear that front seat. You also, it makes it easier if you break it, and then make sure that your handlebar is all the way extended. You can even fold it with the piggyback board attached. Just make sure it's in the up locked position. And then pull on both of these gray triggers, and it even stands when folded, which is fantastic. Now it even has little tabs on the handlebar to keep it off the ground so that your leather handlebar isn't gonna get scuffed. That was pretty smart. So, and then over here on the Demi Grow, unfortunately you do have to take off the second seat in order to fold it. But it is easy to remove just with those gray tabs. And then to fold it, again, I like to break it. And then you want to make sure that your handlebar is not quite fully extended, and that way it'll allow it to stand when folded. And then you're going to pull up on both of these tabs on both sides. And then both of them have an automatic lock. So they're going to lock automatically when you close it. And again, this one, the Demi Grow has a tab on the handlebar, again, to protect that leatherette handlebar, which is really nice. One feature that this one has is a handlebar. So you do have a handlebar here to pick it up, which is really great. Now, as you can see, they're both pretty similar in size. Now remember, this one does have both seats, so it's going to be a little bit bulkier. Now to unfold is actually pretty easy on both of them. Like I said, they both have an automatic lock. So on this one, it's just right here. So you flip that up and unfold. And then right here, this one's on the gray tab right there. and then just unfold just like that. So not too bad on either one of them. Now, a lot of people are asking, as far as maneuverability, which one is better? And honestly, both of them maneuver pretty well. Now, they both have a large rear tire that's foam filled, not air filled, so you don't have to carry a pump around with you, which is really nice. They do have a smaller front wheel, so they're not ideal for all terrain. They both will do pretty well on grass, gravel, bark, that sort of thing, and honestly, maneuverability is pretty much the same from what I could tell. Now, they both have suspension. So as you can see, when I push down, there's kind of some bounce back, and that suspension is right here in the frame. Now, some people may not think that the Demi Grow has suspension because it's a little bit rigid, but actually it's adjustable. So you have these two silver pegs right here on the back of the frame, and when they're down, then suspension is not really engaged. It's going to do really well on flat surfaces. Flip those up, and then your suspension increases. I do feel like the suspension is a little bit better on the Demi Grow than it is on the Vista, but it's present in both, and both of them were really easy to maneuver even on grass and bark. So the UPPAbaby Vista retails for $8.99 and the Nuna Demi Grow retails for $7.99. You can purchase both at babycubby.com or in store. Now, everything online ships for free, and we even have a rewards program, which is awesome, so you can earn cash back to spend in the store. Here at the Baby Cubby, we really want you to love your stroller. There's nothing more frustrating than getting a stroller that just doesn't work for your family. And so we've got you covered with our Love Your Stroller guarantee. If for any reason within the first 60 days you don't love your stroller, it's just not working for your family, you can send it back or bring it back into our store, and we'll give you credit to use toward a different stroller that you're gonna love. Now, if this video was helpful, please give us a like, subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can stay connected and we can answer all your questions and help you find the baby gear that's right for you.